Howdy, Dave Zatz here, Zatz Not Funny. We're taking a look at my bedroom TiVo Series 3. I'm going to show you how you can telnet into it and send commands without actually doing any hacking at all. This is related to some home automation hooks that TiVo built in. Before we get started, just so you can see above the television on the upper right, that's the Neuros OSD. It's used primarily for converting video for, PSP or an iPod or a Nokia phone, something like that. It also does things like YouTube video. It's extremely hackable. I personally don't have a lot of use for it, but we'll be writing that up at some point. To the left of that, on top of the television, is the TiVo Series 3. Above that is the Voodoo, the video on demand box, which has been growing on me, and of course we'll talk more about that in the near future as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the TiVo internet settings here so we can find our IP address. I happen to know it, but one way to grab it is through this information screen. You can also find it through your router or a variety of network tools you have available to you. And this is where the video is going to get bad, and I apologize. My hand isn't the most steady and the camera's not going to focus up close very well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my iPhone, and this is a jailbroken iPhone, so I have a terminal application, and I'm going to telnet into my TiVo, and I see the IP is 10.0.1.197, and then the secret to all of this is the port number 31339. I'm going to hit enter. Actually, before I hit enter, I'm going to go into caps lock because we got to send these commands in capital letters. Alright, so now we're connected to the TiVo, so I'm just going to say IR code. If I can, we're not going to do that. IR code live TV. IR code. The trick is you got to be quick before it times out. And now if you look at the TiVo, it's gone to live TV. You got to be quick. It's expecting commands from a piece of hardware. It's not expecting someone to telnet and type it directly. So let's also try IR code, and I don't know if I spelled that right. It's a little hard to type around the camera. IR code guide. And there, if you could see on the TV, the guide came up. So there's quite a few of these commands. You can mimic every, I don't know if it's every, but quite a few of the remote control buttons, the right arrow, the left arrow, up, down, guide, pause. So let's try going back to live TV. IR code live TV, assuming I typed it right. Alright, there's live TV, and now I'm going to do IR code pause, if I'm typing fast enough. And then the television is paused. So I think there's quite a few possibilities here what we might be able to do in terms of building, perhaps a little graphical remote control for the iPhone. You can control things through your computer. I think there's potential here. Also, another interesting thing is you can actually pull the TiVo to find out what channel it's on or what it's recording at any given moment, and it'd be pretty cool to grab that information and stick it into your blog or your MySpace page. So there's some interesting possibilities ahead.